Hey everybody. Hey now. Welcome China Cat Chat subscribers. I'm Todd
I'm Michelle.
and we're here with an amazing interview with an amazing individual, Walt Hudson. He is one of the moderators here for the San Antonio Grateful Dead Heads. And so we are privileged to welcome Walt. Walt, welcome. Tell us a little bit
Thank
about
you.
yourself. Yeah.
Thank you for having me. This is an honor. I'll say that. So great to be here.
Fantastic. So I know we just kind of discussed it a little bit, but tell us how you maybe have brought yourself into the Grateful Dead world. I know that you had said you earlier you were a co-bro, and I have to admit I have never heard that that before. And then I was like, oh wait a minute, I'm a co-bro too. So tell us, for people who don't understand maybe what co-bro is and how you became here.
Um, Cobro, it kind of refers to people who their first experience with, a live dead show would have been with Dead and Company. And that was my experience. My first show was 2017 in Austin at the Frank Irwin Center. And it was life changing. I mean, just the community, the music. I mean, it was a culmination of a lot of things. I had some medical issues prior and had a lot of downtime and had spent a lot of time listening to dead music and reading books on the Grateful Dead and just really immersed myself in that. And then to have this opportunity in 2017 for them to come as close as they came to us in Austin. And then from there, I saw Dead and Company 5 times, including one at the Spear, which was mind blowing. And then I got to see Bob a couple of times in Dallas and in Austin after that. But it's been a blessing to my life. I've got friends from all over the country now that I'm constantly in contact with that, we talk about shows or a lot of them follow other artists as well, like Billy Strings and Widespread Panic. And it's just opened up a whole community to me that's really been a blessing.
Oh, I love that.
Well, and I think that's why we're here because we want to keep that community going with this small newsletter and this small group that we can just continue to spread the love, spread the kindness, strangers meeting strangers, just to shake their hand. That's why we're here. And so thank you for being here. Tell me, did you have before you went to the show in Austin, were there, friends that brought you there, one, and two, was there a favorite song that got you really hooked into this music?
I would say I developed some relationships over time online through like Facebook groups and things like that. And I was very blessed to come in contact with several people that, I mean, you can trace their show history back to, the 60s, which
Wow.
I have one particular friend that, I mean, he saw him at Woodstock, and
Wow.
it blows my
Yeah.
mind,
Yeah.
and to sit
Amazing.
and talk to him, and it's just no big deal. And I'm like, dude, come
You
on
were at
now.
Woodstock.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I had some friends like that that, turned me on to different shows to listen to, things of that nature. And then after the 2017 show, I continued to grow those connections and everything and started going to shows with some of those people. And it was the friend I mentioned earlier. I ended up going to a show on the final tour of Dead and Company with him in Philadelphia. And
Wow.
Oh,
it
wow.
was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably the biggest thing for me. And then you asked about favorite song, and this is kind of crazy to me. My one of my favorite songs is Jack Straw. And the first song they played in Austin was Jack Straw. And that just
Wow.
knocked me
Meant to be.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely knocked me over.
for sure.
That's amazing. Um, I was gonna ask your favorite show. I mean, when you said you went to the Sphere show, I mean, I've got to see when we went to the Sphere and saw them there, that pretty much blows away any show. Kind of. I mean, it's just a totally different experience. But I want to get your take on the Sphere show versus going to, a stadium show.
Very much enjoyed the Spear Show. But part of that also was I ran into several friends I had that, it's kind of like a family reunion.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And getting to see those friends and things like that, the um, all the I don't know what you call it, the lights and the graphics and all that, amazing. And I think everyone should have the opportunity to see Dead and Company or some form of, Dead music there once in their life because it is an amazing experience.
Yeah.
But there's also something to be said about a stadium show. Like when I was in Philly, I never felt a vibe through a crowd that like everybody was on the same wavelength at the same time for each
Yes.
song.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was amazing too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We've been to some of those in Boulder at Folsom, and when you're there, just the whole atmosphere, the whole scene, and the vibe, like you say, is amazing to feel everyone stomping it out in the stadium. It's,
Yeah.
Yes,
It's hard to put words to it, that's for sure.
it really is.
yeah,
It's
it is. Um, what about Shakedown? Do you when you've gone to the shows, do you check out the Shakedown much?
Oh, that's half the adventure is going to shakedown.
It is. What's your, so this is probably going to be hard, but do you have a favorite event that happened at a shakedown that you can pinpoint?
or a food or
Yeah,
any
just
any tales to tell from the
something
shakedown.
something that stands out in your mind,
Well,
maybe.
when I went to Austin in 2017, 2018 I went to New Orleans, which putting Dead and Company in New Orleans and putting Shakedown in the French Quarter was
Yeah.
In
is on another level.
yeah.
But the one thing I thought was so funny, both of those shows, there was a guy there that had a full bar. I mean, no liquor license or anything,
Of
but
course.
it had a full bar and everything, serving up drinks, and he has this huge iguana that is on his shoulder.
No.
I saw him at both of those shows, and then the final tour in 2023, I saw him in Dallas. Same
Oh
setup.
no.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that
Yeah.
community. Just everyone just traveling together like that. You start seeing the same vendors, the more you go
Oh,
to.
yeah.
We've seen a guy, and I can't think of his name right now. Matt something,
Thrasher.
Matt Thrasher. He does amazing tie-dye work, and so
Amazing.
we see him, traveling from time to time. So it's just fun to see the same vendors every now and then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah,
There's some great stories from the shakedown for sure.
there are.
Any interesting, sometimes we've had some crazy foods from Shakedown. Any foods you've sampled at a Shakedown that you thought that was kind of far out?
Well, of course, the quintessential food, which would be the grilled cheese with bacon in every mother bite.
Yes, 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 yes.
That you got to get one from him. And tying into that, you were talking about the people you meet. I remember in Austin there, we were walking around Shakedown, and there was a mom and a daughter that had a pickup truck pulled up there and had a gas grill sitting in the back. And they were cooking grilled cheese. And
Love
we
it.
got to talking to them. And they were from Rogers, Arkansas, which is way up in the northern part of Arkansas, and had just decided we're going to this show, threw the gas grill in the back of the truck and drove there.
Just load it up and win.
Love it.
Yeah, and
Love
they,
it.
I don't, if I remember correctly, I don't think they even had tickets or anything. It was just, well, we'll figure it out when we get there.
Love it.
Yeah, I love those stories
That's
like that.
great. Tell me,
Yeah.
do you have any from your journey and being on this bus, have you inspired any children or relatives to hop on the bus?
My granddaughters, they
Oh,
it was funny.
Really? Okay.
Just the other day I was talking to my oldest granddaughter, and she had wanted a record player, and we got her one for her birthday a while back. And one of the things I got her was a copy of In the Dark. And she was telling me the other day, says, I love to put that album on and listen to it while I'm cleaning my room. And that just blew my
Well,
mind that, she was,
Yeah.
you know, latching on to the music. Because I think there is a beautiful, positive vibe to it.
Yeah.
I love that. That's one of the things that I comment on often is the generational factor that John Mayer brought. I think
Yes.
when he joined, not to say that the young people weren't there already, but I think when he joined, bringing his crowd into that fold as well was what I really love to see. I just love to see the granddad there, the son, the granddaughter, all there enjoying it together. Just the generations. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
It really is. And even if like watching Deadeye shows over the years, I've
Yeah.
gone to several at Sam's,
Yeah.
and I can remember when it was mostly older folks.
Yeah.
But the great thing about it is especially in the past probably 2 to 3 years, you see younger and younger folks coming in, and it just excites the heck out of me because somewhere in that group is going to be maybe the next Trey Anastasio or
Right.
you
Yep.
know all these other great jam bands. That's where the seed gets planted, and it's exciting to see those younger people coming into it.
Exciting.
That's exactly right. The first time we went to Deadeye, I guess it wasn't Sam's, and I just didn't know what to expect. I mean, I think we had listened to him a little bit, online, but the first time I went and saw him
Mhm.
live, and I was pretty blown away that they did the full 3.5 hour show and rocked out. And the place was fairly
Oh yeah.
packed. I mean,
It was great.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was really something. And the other one we saw was Forgotten Space. If you have
Yeah.
Hmm.
seen
They're
Forgotten
great.
Space, they another great a great band. So yeah, it's fun to definitely see these folks.
Speaking to your point, we were at the Sphere and we were on the floor and talking about the younger crowd. And I turned to my
Hmm.
right, and a girl who's my oldest daughter's age, in their later 20s, 28. I turned and looked, and she's standing right next to me in Vegas. She lives here in San Antonio, and my kids' generation. I mean, they are, some of them tapping into this same beautiful music and starting their journey. And so it's really cool to be able to see how far and how wide this music goes. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. And talking about that, I remember I had gotten introduced to a friend of mine, Travis, that he lives now down close to the Houston Galveston area. But at the time he was living in Llano. And I don't know if he still is managing that, but they used to have a Shakedown Street art exhibit in Llano.
Oh,
It
Ooh,
was an
I did not know
outdoor,
this.
it's outdoor murals painted on right in an alley there.
Okay.
And we got into talking back and forth, and he was at the time running an annual Jerry Day celebration, and he would bring in a couple of dead bands and have a whole afternoon. It was food, the whole 9 yards. And I'll never forget, we'd been talking online, and I was in Dallas, and just out of the blue, this guy walks up and turns around and says, "Are you Walt Hudson?" And I said, "Yeah." "Well, I'm Travis." I mean, it was just totally out of the blue, but we've
That's
been talking
wild.
online and everything. And I ended up, after that fateful meeting, I was part of one of his Jerry Day celebrations. He included me I did a small acoustic set at one of those. So,
nice.
Oh, how
That's
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
Now, are they still doing that or?
They haven't done it in several years. So
Okay.
I don't know if they're planning to do that again in the future, but
Okay. Well,
okay.
you let us know if you hear anything, because we don't go out that
absolutely.
way often, but we got some family who heads out there, so maybe we can head out there.
Yeah.
Fun.
Well, you just touched on something there. Speaking of the Jerry days, you said you do an acoustic set. What do you do?
Um, I kind of mix it up. I used to perform country western music way back,
Okay.
like
Okay.
20, 25 years ago.
Okay.
So I kind of pull from the Jerry and Dead catalog some more of the kind of country things. Mama Tried,
Favorite?
um, Catfish John,
Okay.
things that are kind of more into that vein.
Sure.
Just short little set that I've done before. But
Cool.
And are you still
I love playing that music. It's just so it's
nice?
very calming and peaceful for me to play it.
Are you doing that right now anywhere around town?
No,
No.
it's been a while since I played out. So,
All right.
Okay.
All right.
but
Well, maybe we'll get to see you one day.
I know we got to get together and jam maybe.
yeah,
That'd be fun.
cool, very cool.
Well, this has been great.
Yes.
We wanted to just kind of wrap it up here, I suppose, and I want to let you, if you have any other little bits that you would like to throw out there before we end, you are certainly welcome to it. Don't need to
Some
put you on the spot, but
Oh, no, no, no. Some things that I would like to maybe throw out to anyone listening out there is we don't have a San Antonio Grateful Dead tribute band. And for any musicians out there that are listening, I know that initially it might be challenging as far as booking and things of that nature, but San Antonio needs their own. I mean, Austin has Deadeye. You've got Dallas with great 20 Hounds, Dead Thing in Dallas, which if you have a chance to go on a Thursday night and see that, I have heard absolutely fabulous.
Okay.
nice.
But if there's some musicians out there that, have been noodling around with that idea, I think that's something you should seriously pursue. Consider this a message from the beyond.
Now, now, if someone wants to do that, would you play with them?
Possibly,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'd sit around. I wouldn't want to slow them down any, though. I'm an old guy,
No, no, it'd be awesome.
That'd be great. Well, thank you
and
so much, Walt. That's a great suggestion.
Yeah, that is.
yes.
Sorry.
One other thing I did want to mention that it's an idea I've thought about, and maybe someone else can scoop it up because
Okay.
being an older guy, it's something that I don't know if I could completely tackle. But I've always had the idea of doing like a short day of service during Jerry Week, in which we could get a bunch of deadheads together, maybe go like to the diaper bank. They have a thing where volunteers can package diapers. Go down to Sam Ministries or do something, just something to kind of give back to the community. It kind of ties into what Mickey talked about in 2015 at the end of Fare Thee Well, where he said, take what you felt here and go out and do something with it. And I would, to see some legs come to that thought of mine too would be awesome. So,
I think that's beautiful.
I love that, Walt.
Yeah,
yeah,
we need to see where we can maybe get some legs under that and see how we can
right.
maybe get some volunteers and get out there and do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't we all try to work on that?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, I love it.
Thank you so much for being here, Walt. It's a pleasure getting to visit with you this morning, and
Yes.
we look forward to
Thank you.
seeing you down the road.
Yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys.
You got it. You take care. Have a great rest of the day.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.